Right, hello. Welcome back to the channel. This is a video about football, as you can probably tell from the title, and it's in regards to the FFP situation that seems to have cropped up lately. Obviously you've got your Man City with your 115 charges, which nothing's been done about yet. Then you've got the Everton situation where there were docked points, and there could be docked further points due to more charges coming up, and you've got Nottingham Forest. Now, I will start this off by prefacing and saying I don't think FFP should be a thing. I just don't think it should be a thing. I think they should scrap it entirely. They say it's to protect clubs from going out of business and protect, the lower down clubs and that. But for me, it is, as many other people say, it is there to protect the top six. Because obviously your Man Cities, your Man United, your Liverpools, your Spurs, your Arsenal, even your Chelsea as well, they have held a monopoly on the top six for a long time. And it's basically because they have the income at such a high level that they can spend more money, and it helps them out. But if you've got a club that's just come up, take Brighton. Brighton ain't going to be able to spend 60 million here, 70 million here, 60 million here, 70 million there, because it's not financially possible. Because, okay, they've got fans and stuff and they've got an income, but they haven't got the, the European income, the TV deals, because obviously a lot of the lower teams lower down, their matches don't get played, so they don't get that TV revenue. And they're not going to have the money to compete, because they've got this barrier where they can't push past it. Even regardless, they could have 500 million sitting in the bank, but they can't spend it because they don't bring enough in, which is a load of crap. You should be able to spend what you can spend. It's like any business, it's your business, you own it. If you want to spend that money, you spend that money. If you spend your money and you get your club into debt, that's your fault. There should be something to put in place to prevent that, I agree, but FFP isn't it. And then obviously you look at the situation now, like Everton got charged. Okay, it was less charges, so it probably didn't take as long to process and stuff. They got docked 10 points. And there's an uproar about it, and obviously, well, why are we getting docked points when Man City have 115 charges? And I understand that point, but Everton dug their own grave. They spent the money that they didn't have. They knew about FFP and they did it anyway. I think over the past 8 years they spent 700 million on transfers and they've got nowhere with it. They've just spent 400 million on a new stadium. I know obviously all of this isn't like probably flat straight out 400 million on a new stadium. It's probably done in bits, but they've made the deal to do it. And obviously they've overspent, because otherwise they wouldn't get charged for it. Okay, fair enough, dock them 10 points. Forest have done the same thing. They've spent a lot of money, and I always thought it would come back to bite them on the arse, because they bought in about 20 players or something stupid like that. They replaced their whole squad. Of course that's gonna affect you, so they'll probably end up getting docked points. But the more charges with Everton, the thing is, if they're not making money, fining them isn't going to do anything because it's just going to put them more into debt. So maybe they'll get and docked another 5 points or something like that, which I guess it's the only real way to do it, because if you dock teams money and they're losing money, it's just going to make things worse. I mean, obviously I haven't got a plan to combat this, but okay, they get their docked an extra 5 points, say. More likely probably they'll get docked 10. They're going to fight it and that, but I can't see them winning it. Because at the end of the day, you don't like the rules, but the rules are there and you've got to follow the rules. You don't follow the rules, you get punished. Simple. And this is where it comes to Man City. What to do with Man City. Now, straight off the bat, 115 charges, it's going to be big. They could probably afford a fine. I think they'll get a bit of a fine, but not too much. But this is what I would do. I'll take the situation, say all of them charges stick. Even if a bulk of them stick, you know, they've got to be punished, because there will be a massive uproar if not. So what I would do, obviously, the owner doesn't just sign off on everything. Yeah, do this for money, do this for the money, do this for the money. He probably gets told about stuff and he has a say in bigger things, but transfers, he's not going to be signing off on. So first things first, the people that were in charge of signing off on all these deals and spending all this money, I would basically ban them all for 2 years from football related, you know, I don't know what the word is, football related activities. So straight away they're gone, and you've got to bring in new people that aren't going to make the same mistakes. Obviously, there's going to be a bit of a fine involved, which the owner will probably just shrug off and pay because he's rich. But you've already got rid of those people that sanctioned all this money spending, and then you look at the people that are in charge of the revenue coming in and going, why weren't you flagging this and saying we can't afford this? Ban them. The people that get the revenue in and do the deals and stuff, I wouldn't ban them necessarily, because they're doing their best to bring the money in. Other people are spending it quicker than they can bring it in. So you've got the administrators and the people that sanction the money suspended for 2 years. The owners got fined, and then obviously you've got to do something with the club. And the biggest way to show Man City what they're doing isn't acceptable is to make sure that they don't get Europe. Because when you dock them points, if they've still got enough points to get some form of Europe, it's not fair, is it? So I would let them. What I would do is I would ban them from European competition. It's going to be a big thing and it's going to be controversial, but it's got to be done. Ban them for 2 seasons from European football. So even if they do end up getting European football, next team on the list, drop everything down. Because then it shows that, like, you screw with FFP that much and do that well, you're going to get punished. And they will have been punished because they've got no European football. And then I wouldn't take any titles off them that they've won, because that's not the player's fault. It's not. I don't even think it's Pep's fault. Pep isn't the one that's going, oh yeah, spend 60 million on that player. They go out there. It's the people who sanction the transfers. You know what I mean? They look and they go, this player's worth this much. This is all we're gonna bid. Pep just goes, oh, I want you to get this player. I've been recommended this player. Can we try and get him? So I wouldn't take trophies off them and stuff, because are you really going to want to win a trophy that way? I know I wouldn't. Sorry, itchy leg. I wouldn't sit there and go, oh yeah, actually, can I want to win that trophy. Yay, we're the champions, when you weren't good enough, you didn't deserve it. I'm sorry, taking trophies, I just think that's stupid. But then the next thing, obviously, you got to do is dock them points. And I think I would probably dock them between 30 and 40 points. Because you got to make a big statement to stop other clubs doing it. I think it's coming Chelsea's way at some point. Not so much. I don't know. Man United have been quite. I don't think they'll have charges. I don't think Spurs will. Arsenal maybe. But. And Liverpool. I can't see them. I think that'll be alright. I just think it really is Man City and possibly Chelsea, because Chelsea have spent stupid amounts of money. And considering they're not in Europe this year, and they probably won't be in Europe next year the way they're going, I don't think they're bringing in the revenue, so I think something could come up for Chelsea at some point. But yeah, 30 to 40 points. They're probably going to get 80, 90 points. It's going to knock them pretty much down to maybe, I'd say between, 7th, 8th, 9th, something like that. And obviously they ain't got Europe anyway, so. But yeah, that's the way I would do it. Ban the administrators for 2 years. A fine, because everything's always a fine. And dock them points and ban them from Europe. And hopefully it will be enough of a deterrent for people to skirt the rules. As I said, I think the rules should be scrapped and sort of something new should be brought in place. I don't know what, I haven't got an idea for it. I'm not that type of business savvy person, but I do think FFPs to help maintain the top teams and not rock the boat, which Newcastle did last year, Villa are doing this season, West Ham are doing it. I think the time will come where these top clubs they'll see that FFP isn't stopping them, because you don't have to spend 60 million to have a good player. You can spend 5-10 million and have a world-class player. But yeah, that's what I would do anyway. It was just a short little video just to comment on the issue, really. Obviously Everton, you broke the rules, you've got to be punished. Forest broke the rules, got to be punished. But they've got to do something big to Man City. I think they'll do it. I think they'll wait until after the season. I don't think they'll do it, because then they can just go, oh yeah, we'll dock them points for next season, and there'll be some chicanery. It won't be clean. It won't please everyone, but they've got to do something. But yeah, anyway, that's what I think. If you've enjoyed the video, give me a like, a comment, subscribe to my channel as well. I'm mostly gaming, but I do the odd football video, the odd wrestling video, and most of it is gaming. So if you have a look, if you're interested in stuff, then subscribe. I'll very much appreciate it. But yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you have a good day, good afternoon, a good evening, or a good night, and I shall catch you guys again soon. See you later.